This is WT for TST, and this evening we're honoured to be joined by Lewis Razor Robinson. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you, buddy. Yourself?
Yeah, good, mate. See how I introduced you there? It was like quite phew.
You doing
Nice, mate. Oh, you showing your tattoos there, mate?
it? I lied them.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. We've all got them. You don't have to hide them for us, mate. Look at that. What, have you just got one sleeve?
Just one sleeve, mate. Yeah, got a Peaky Blinder on the leg as well, and a bit of writing down the side, but that's about it. Nothing too special.
From Birmingham, mate. I guess it's got to be Peaky Blinders, hasn't it? Right. Yeah. So first time on TST. What we like to do, mate, is go back to your childhood and get to know you, because sometimes you come on these things and you watch them and it's all about the boxing, and it will be all about the boxing and your life. But first of all, we need to get to know a bit about you. So your life, your journey, however you want to say, started in I can never say it, Droitwich, near Birmingham, yeah?
Absolutely, mate. That's it, Droitwich in Worcestershire, just basically South Birmingham. Just normal kid, really, playing out, army men, football, on the push bikes, things like that. My dad used to box, so I used to go down as a little nipper with him. Nothing too much, just a bit of training. Never had any amateur bouts. Just something that didn't really interest me, but I just like to go down the bag, do a bit of sparring. And then, yeah, that's about it, really. My mum and dad split up when I was about 8 or 9. Ended up living with my dad, and just normal childhood life, really. And then just back and forth from my mum and dad till I was old enough to go on my own, really.
What was school like for you then?
On and off. I reckon. I think I left school when I was 11, 12. My mum got in trouble for me not going. I had a tendency record, and working age, doing a bit of this, that, a bit of everything, rather than going to school. But my dad was a lorry driver, so I weren't working or anything. I was out with my dad on the road and things like that, really.
I did a bout of that when I was probably just left school. My uncle was a lorry driver. I loved it, mate. I always wanted to be a lorry driver after that. It was brilliant, but I never did like one. Right. So after that, you had a bit of a white collar career, didn't you? If you could call it
mate.
That.
Yeah. 13 years was a white collar boxer. Obviously, it does get some hatred, white collar, which I can see why on some parts of it, and on the other part of it, there is some good, talented lads in white collar. You only got to look at people like Luke Blackledge, no amateur pedigree, just all white collar. He won the Commonwealth bout. He challenged Callum Smith for the British. Obviously, in the 10th round, didn't go to plan. But look at Fabio Wardley. Obviously, won the weekend. No amateur background, a handful of white collars. He's doing the business. I truly believe if you've got the talent, mate, and you're willing to put the hours in the gym and learn every day, I truly believe that's all you need,
So fast forward a bit, and you became a painting decorator, yeah?
Yeah, mate, yeah. Started painting when I was about 15, 16. And obviously, that was my trade. I'd done that, and in 2016, I give up work, give up the painting and decorating, and signed with Azzy Farley. Obviously, professional contract. Teamed up with Azzy, give me day job. Moved up to Bolton. The start of 2017, I was training with Alex Matvienko out of Elite Gym, and then obviously I was meant to make my pro debut on Kieran Farrell's show in April 2017. That fell through. I think Kieran pulled the plug on the show, if I remember right, in Manchester. That was that. Then I was meant to be out again September 2017, but unfortunately, what we all know, I got sent to jail in August 2017, so obviously missed out on that opportunity again. So
talk us through what happened there then. So because what I've got in my notes is basically you were planning a massive 2017 in the ring, but then what happened outside the ring stopped or prevented that happening. So if you don't mind, talk us through, because you talk about your 50-second mistake, don't you? Talk us through.
Basically, what happened was I've been to a family barbecue in Droitwich, and was walking back through the town centre. I had my little there, just some people there, blah blah blah. A little altercation. A lad's basically said to me, talked about stabbing. Told me he told me he sliced me. What happened. And obviously I got on the day I got 9 years dropped to a 6 years due free. Yeah.
So you go through all the courts and all this stuff. You get sentenced to 6 years, yeah.
I was on bail for a year. The actual incident happened in 2016. My barrister kept saying, "Don't worry, it's self-defense. You will not get sent to jail for this." It's all of that. So I went to the plea in the April. Yeah, no worries. It's still self-defense. You're not going to jail. I went to the day of trial in the August, and the barrister had a complete change of tune. He said, "Listen, the judge won't budge. You've got to go guilty. If you go not guilty, the jury finds you guilty. They're putting category 1, section 18, which is starting point 12. So obviously, you start to twitch a little bit and think, "Oh, okay, I don't fancy getting 12 years." So he said I could get a 4 to 6. So I thought, okay, just chuck that at me. Just got on with it, and yeah, ended up getting a 6 due free. So
you've got to be brave. I mean, you've got to be brave though. Go right. Either way, I guess, either guilty, not guilty, whichever. It's still a brave move, isn't it? In terms of what happened. But so we're at that point then. So 6 years, you get sent down. And last thing we want to do on here is glorify what prison is, because that's not what I want. Yeah, it's not what we're aiming to do. But I think the viewers will want to find out, because you're really open and not a lot of people are. So I think the viewers would really appreciate what that was like for you. How did you get through prison life? Did you make any really good friends in there, etc.? How was that? Is that all right?
No, spot on. Yeah. Do you know what? Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's some absolute scumbags in here, as you can imagine, and I'd say it's 90% scumbags. And on the other hand, you meet some real good lads in there, as mad as that sounds. But I've
listen, people make mistakes, don't they? So there's a lot of people in there that have made mistakes or whatever.
I mean, I've come out of there, real good mates with one lad, and an absolute brilliant boxer himself. He done well in the ABAs. Dan Taylor, his name is. He's from Southampton. And if it weren't for me, it weren't for him, I probably wouldn't be here now having this conversation with you. In the shape I'm in, training. I mean, I went up to bloody hell. I went up to about 26 stone, and if it weren't for him, then I would have got back into training. And he motivated me, he pushed me, and so you do meet some good, inspiring people like that. And obviously, like I say, he was a boxer himself, so he used to take me on the pad, get me doing circuits, get me running with him all the time, and that's one side of it. The other side of it is some of the things that you can imagine you see. Prison officers piss and shit thrown at them, inmates having piss and shit thrown at them, slashings and things like that. It's an experience, definitely experience. My second week in, I got moved from Hull, which is in Redditch in Worcestershire. I got moved from there into Featherstone, which is a lower category C prison. So that was my base, basically, if you like. That's where I would have been settled. I was in for 2 days, and it was a riot my second or third day in this jail. So it's my second week in jail, and there was pool balls being thrown everywhere, everything being smashed to pieces, fire on the wing. All the officers ran off and left, and about 11 after. This happened at 5 in the afternoon, and at 11 at night, the riot squad, if you like, they finally come in, and they don't mess about. They ragged us all about. It's the Alsatians in your face barking, going mental when you're on the floor, and it was an experience. I'm thinking, bloody hell, it's my second week. I've got 3 more years of this crap.
How do you avoid not getting kind of tied with it? I'm guessing you didn't start the riot. I'm only guessing, but
of course.
How do you not get like completely caught up in all that?
Do you know what? I'm quite a level-headed person, to be fair. Obviously, some people might be watching this thinking, well, you ended up in jail, mate. You can't be that level-headed, but mistakes happen. But I'm quite streetwise. I grew up on the streets. You just have to adapt. Same as anything in life, you adapt, don't you? You sit there now and you probably think, you know what, I couldn't go to jail. You'd go there, man. You'd adapt. It's the same as anything in life. You go one way, but in jail, people do 3 things. They turn to religion, turn to the gym or they just turn to drugs. So, you know, for the first bit, like I say, just I didn't do a lot. My head fell off a little bit. I was eating crap and I just ballooned. And then the last part of my sentence, I just trained. I got myself a job in the gym. I was down in the gym all the time. There was a punch bag in the gym so I could go on. And like that lad who I mentioned, he was taking on the pads every day as well, which was good. And so, yeah, you know, if you have a focus, then you can just focus on what that focus is. Like I said, whether it's religion, gym or drugs, you know. But and it does make your time go a lot quicker. You get into a routine, don't you?
And you went to a few different prisons, didn't you? So you said after you moved after that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I got kicked out of there. Ended up in Hull. Hull for a week. Yeah,
Hull's a nice place, mate.
I woke up about 7 at night. They come to the cell in Featherstone. Right, Robinson, you're being moved. Blah blah blah. Okay, so they took us on the van. They wouldn't tell us where we was going, and then when we was on the motorway, they finally told us, "Yeah, we're going to Hull, 3-hour drive." Ended up at Hull 11:30, whatever it was at night. Woke up the next day. Jesus Christ, what a place! As you can imagine, the caliber of people in there. Yeah, absolute. I was in there for a week. I had no stuff with me. Obviously, I had to wear the prison clothes because none of my stuff followed me. Yeah, it was an experience. Quite emotional, if you like. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm 6'6", 18 stone. You know, box anybody, but things like that, you know, it just make you think, bloody hell. I was in Hull for a week. Went from Hull to Humber, and which is not far, basically the same area. But again, it's a lower category, which is the way you settle. Yeah, then I was in Humber for 17 months, I think, something like that, which was, as mad as it sounds, it was a decent jail, you know. Again, people might think, what, a decent jail? But I met some good lads in there as well. I was training with some good lads. And time went fast in there. And then from there, I ended up getting lower category again, which was to an open jail in Derbyshire. And I ended up in Sudbury and getting day releases, weekend releases, and things like that, which is good.
So how does it all work then? So, you know, from someone who's not been through what you have, I'm guessing good behaviour. You know, you go to the warden or whatever. Yeah, actually, we're going to move you to a lower category, etc., etc. Is it literally just stay out of trouble, good behaviour? You're gonna get a better place. Is that
pretty much, mate? Yeah. Yeah. So basically, if you're under 2 years left of your sentence, you're eligible for Category D open jail. And like you say, if you've got a clean record, and you obviously in there you can get things nickings and IEPs. So basically, if you get 3 IEPs, that's a nicking, and you have to sit in front of basically like a little court thing. Get extra days, things like that. So if you've got nothing like that, then yeah, you can go to the open jail, and obviously it's worth doing. You know, like I say, I was coming home 7 days a month, which is absolutely brilliant. I was teaming up with my trainer I'm with now, Asgater. I was meeting up with him on my days out doing training with him, which was brilliant. You know, if I weren't in that jail, I wouldn't have had the privilege to do that. So.
Well, I think the other thing as well is that massively helps you settle back into society, doesn't it?
Exactly that, mate. Absolutely. I mean, it's even though I was coming out 7 days a month for 12 months, it's still daunting. You know, I come out and everyone's like, "Whoa," you know, because you know you haven't got to go back there, and it's overwhelming. You know, everyone wants to see you for them first few weeks, and the messages of support, and you're like a rabbit in the headlights. You've had routine for 3 years. Or when to eat, when to shower, when to sleep, you know, and you come out back to freedom, you know, doing what you want to do, and you think, shit, my routine's gone now. So you've got to readapt again then. So, yeah.
But in a different way, I bet that's going to help you structure your life going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in a way, I think it's benefited me. I mean, I've got like, now obviously I've come out, I've got a new focus, so I can now make a new routine with obviously my training. It was, you know, it's basically a fresh start. Like I say, I've got a new trainer now in Asgater. Now for me, is absolute quality trainer. He's worked with some high quality people. Obviously, does everything with Ben Davison. So straight away, he's worked with the Furies. He's been around them for years. He's obviously in and around Josh Taylor when Ben's got a Josh Taylor. I've learned. I've only been with him for 2 weeks properly now. I've learned more in them 2 weeks than I've probably learned in 6 years, if you like. You know, he's an absolute, and I truly believe he will start to get more recognition in the years to come. He's just today actually signed a new lad called a very decorated amateur from Birmingham, a young lad called Mikey Lee, which is very, very deep. Watching him spar today, and he sparred a kid today he's had 86 amateurs and 4-0 as a pro as well. And, you know, he held his own against him, and some of the rounds he was, you know, making the kid look average, which is good to see.
I guess one of my questions was going to be after, you know, so we've come away from prison now, we're out, we're back on the straight and narrow. How hard is it going to be, if you've not already, because we were talking before about your boxing license, is it because of what you went away for? Does that make it difficult or not?
Yeah, massively. With the actual British board, I've probably got no chance with them until I'm actually off probation. I'm on license with probation now until August 2023. So the British board normally don't look at you if you're on probation and on license, if you like. But obviously, I can get an Irish license or, you know, a German license or things like that. Obviously, other boxers in the past have done this, but now this is what's being sorted at the moment. My manager, Azzy Farley's on it. My trainer as well, he's got another bloke on it. So, yeah, I've heard the conversations that I've had with people at the Irish board, saying that they've got no worries whatsoever to give me the license. So, just a matter of time now. So, just got to get a few references.
Oh, about to say that, yeah. So, could references from the prison or whatever, can that all help? Yeah.
Yeah, massively. My probation officer as well. He's absolutely brilliant. He said that, you know, he's told me that he will actually write to the board if it, you know, need be and everything, and give a good reference, which is good. And obviously, Azzy Farley, you know, his name speaks for himself. He's a respected manager. So surely, you know, it's just going to be a matter of time. I mean, I was told not so long, last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember the kid's name, but somebody is still on probation as well. The board are actually looking at him now, and they've actually looked at his case. So obviously, if that goes ahead, then surely to God, they've got to look at my case as well.
Well, yeah, there's a case study there for that then, isn't it? No, that's good, mate. So what's the plan then? So, correct me if I'm wrong, you're 31 now, yeah?
Yeah, mate, yeah. So time's not on my side now. It's now or never. You know, this is why I've just come out of it, the ground running. Just train. When I'm not training myself, I'm training other people, which is good, just to keep, you know, in that mentality of gym life. So plan is, obviously, I ain't going to get on the show this year. Obviously, my license still hasn't come through yet either. But hopefully February, March, April, I can try and get out, get a few journeymen, if you like, under my belt, just to get active, get the ring rust off, and get the confidence back as well. Go from there. I've got some good class quality sparring coming up in the next 2 to 3 months, which is good. I could have gone on Monday to Scotland for sparring, but obviously because I'm on probation, all the checks have to go through first. So I didn't get the call till yesterday, so it's too short notice to go up, which is a shame. I'm pretty sure you know which heavyweight I'm on about up in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a call off them yesterday.
Been a good test, that one, mate.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. But fair play. I spoke to his trainer today again, just to say, you know, I can't make it. And don't get me wrong, I was absolutely heartbroken. I was gutted that I missed out on an opportunity. But fair play. He told me, he said, listen, there'll be other opportunities. He said, I'll definitely invite you for the next one. So that's good.
Well, mate, the main thing is your name's back out there, and you're getting invited to places, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'm sparring Fabio Wardley first week in January. I was meant to go 3 weeks ago, but I pulled my rotary cuff. Typical. Third time lucky. You know, I think the next offer I get, I think I'll be all right. But, fair play. They've offered me back for first week in January. I'm over there for the week in Ipswich sparring Fabio, which is good. So,
so what I've seen on Instagram from you as well, mate, is you seem to want to help. We'll go back just before you went down. Christmas time, you went out and you did some stuff with homeless people, didn't you? The people won't know this stuff. They'll just see you, oh, you've been to prison, bad lad, or whatever. But I know about that anyway. And then through Instagram and stuff, I've been watching what you've been up to, and you've been helping kids. And you know, actually, mate, you know, you're a good guy. You're a good guy at heart. and there's some stuff there that is proven. This stuff that you can talk about the homeless stuff if you want or not. I don't know, but you're helping people there around Christmas time that had nowhere to go.
Yeah, so basically it was like Christmas 2016. There was Christmas Eve. We got some basically packs together and drove around Birmingham, just giving stuff out to people. Obviously, it's nice. I mean, I couldn't imagine anything worse, And luckily, I've come from a loving family, and we're a very close family, and it makes you want, without sounding soppy, we're privileged to have that, And there's people out there now. I mean, it's freezing tonight. If there's people out there now with nothing, could you imagine being out there? So, especially at Christmas time. I just wanted to obviously have a spare bit of cash to hand, and we put a few things together. Just drove it to Birmingham. Just give some things out. Nothing too special, but it's it's the thought and it's to see their faces, and that was that. And on Christmas Day, there was a bloke, bless him, he lived around the corner from where he was living at the time. He was a deaf fella, and he got no family or nothing. All he's got is a couple of dogs, bless him. And so I thought, you know what, he was having a microwave meal. So I said, come on, have Christmas dinner with us. So he come round as well for the Christmas dinner, and yeah, it's just nice to give a bit back, really,
No, it's fair play, mate. Fair play. Right, that comes to our end of that little bit. But what we've got now is some questions from the viewers and the followers, mate, if you don't mind. These, I said to you off camera, these can be wild, they can be weird. Yours are all right. So, first one. I'll read it off here because it's as they wrote it. So, Reggie wants to know, I know you're a massive Villa fan. Who's your favourite player of all time?
My favourite Villa player of all time, obviously, in my era, from what I've seen, I've got to say, I mean, everyone always says Paul McGrath for Villa. Obviously, I never seen him play. I'm too young for that. For me, I'd probably say, and he weren't there for that long. Obviously, he was injury prone, but I'll say Martin Larsson, absolute mate, the best centre half I've ever seen at the Villa. Absolute phenomenal. I've never seen a defender like him. Won everything in the air. Yeah, for me, I'm going to say Martin Larsson.
See, I'm just a bit older than you, so I would have probably said. I was thinking when that came through. I was thinking Dean Saunders. I was thinking Tony Daly. I was thinking loads of forward players. Do you know what? And then I was thinking of the keeper.
Oh yeah,
now.
Spinks. Bosnich. Spinks. No. What year are we thinking?
Even before that, I'm thinking. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm thinking Les Seeley. I don't know if I've got it wrong though. That'll be like 92. So when Leeds won the as it was not Premiership Division 1, I remember him. It was I think it was 4-1 to Leeds, and I just remember this game. It was like Lee Chapman and it was just it was Villa Park. It was peeing it down. There was mud everywhere. It was back in the day where you could watch it on like ITV, mate. Anyway, we'll move on. Right, Greg wants to know if there was a movie about your life. There we go. There could be one. Depends what happens in the next chapter. But anyway, if there was a movie about your life, who would want to play you?
Who would want to play me? Let's think of a character who can go up and down in weight, because I do that.
Some big 6'6" dude.
Who would play me? I'm gonna go with a lady's favourite. I'm gonna say Tom Hardy.
What you did? All right, mate. We'll quickly move on. Shane wants to know, what was the best lesson you learned from your time in prison?
Best lesson learned. So, good question. Best lesson learned was family. Now, don't take your family for granted, or don't take your loved ones for granted, because trust me, when you're inside them four walls, it's a lonely place, and obviously, you're limited to when you can see them, when you can speak to them. Just make the most of family. It's especially, if you're close to your family and they'll be there for you, which luckily mine were, especially my dad. I cannot fault him enough. What a bloke. Yes, just cherish every moment with your loved ones, family, and if you've got kids, your kids, because trust me, time goes fast and you regret it.
Good. Top man. Right, last one. This one, I'm asking this question, but there is a story behind it. Some girl called Emma used to send whoever was, don't matter who the guest was, it was always something resolved around chocolate or puddings, right?
Yeah.
So she's doing me head in, so I've blocked her, but I really like this question, right? So I've nicked it off her. What are your top 3 chocolate bars?
Jesus Christ. I'm 18 stone. I'll have any chocolate. Best 3 chocolate bars. A Bueno. I'm gonna go with a Bueno.
That's my number 1.
Yeah, same. Number 1, Bueno. A picnic if it's about. And
I'm with you. Can you get? Here we go. Because you've got my top 2, right? There's one more that I absolutely love. Let's see if our taste buds are the same.
Go on, Bueno picnic. Do you know what? I'm just gonna go fruit and gonna go with that.
Mine's a Star Bar.
They are nice as well. Yeah, they are good.
Everyone forgets about a Star Bar. Right, mate. Thank you very much for your time. That's us done. Unless you've got anything for the viewers.
No, that's absolutely spot on. I'd just like to say thank you to everybody that supported me. Obviously on that 3-year journey when I was in jail, and the support I've had. Obviously, been out is absolutely overwhelming. Even to this day, I've been out for 12 weeks now, and I'm still getting messages. But yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody, and let's do this. And I promise I'm gonna give my all to thank everybody back. And,
nice one, mate. Thank you very much. What we'll do, we'll catch up again whenever you're free. Once you get some more sorted, and we'll have an update. Yeah.
Definitely, mate. Absolutely. Thanks for your time, buddy.